Hey, Messmate. Happy Monday, happy new week, and happy new month. It's June. How did that happen? June. I started this daily streaming project, challenge. Not a project, it's a challenge, in March. And Midsummer was so far away. Oh, look, here I've forgotten to turn the sound off my phone again, which also reminds me that I'm supposed to start the chat. Hang on, let me do that. Hello, chat. Okay, done. Sorry about that. Let's try this again. I started in March. Midsummer was 3 months away, and it felt like we had all the time in the world. I wasn't exactly 3 months away, but almost. And now we're a couple of weeks away from Midsummer. And in terms of daily streaming, I failed my challenge, but I don't see it quite like that. It is day 64 today. 64 days I have switched the microphone on and started a stream to share some writing, ongoing projects, and sometimes we've been completely silent streams, just keeping them open while I work. It has helped me immensely to do this. So we are definitely going to continue with the streams even after Midsummer. But right now, I thought we could have a look at how many days we have left to go. And as far as I can see, we have Midsummer's Eve in Sweden is on the 20th. So not this Friday, not the following Friday, but the Friday after that. So we're looking at one whole week. Well, technically it's a whole week this week as well, because it's Monday. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 days to go. And then day 19 from now is Midsummer. Crazy. Okay, I'm going to start the session because I wanted to go for 45 minutes. So here's what we're going to do today. I am not really feeling well at all. I haven't been able to sit up properly for over a week now. But every Monday I do an admin sweep, checking our stats, how many visitors have we had on our sites and stacks. How many books did we sell? How many pages did people read? Um, and do we have any comments I should be responding to somewhere? So that's a normal Monday routine. So I'm going to try to do that. And also for the first, I can't speak, the first Monday of a new month, I also do a roll call to check how many crew and passengers we have who are still on board and what they got going. And we try to share what was the best things, what were the highlights of last month for you, and what are your dreams and goals for the month ahead. So I'm going to try to do that as well. Maybe not in the stream. I've taken some meds, trying to get the fever done. Not done, down. Um, so let's give this a go and see if we can do 1 hour, 5 o'clock, my time. I hope to be finished. And as usual, no, actually, I might change my mind about that. I normally turn the microphone off while I start working, so I'm not going to sit and say bad words in your ears. However, that's what I'm writing, and I'm not writing now, so we can leave the microphone on. Come talk to me in the chat, and I'll do my best to respond. I might even try to sound like I make sense. Who knows? It happens sometimes. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. Activity. Where are we going to put our little worker? Oh, she can sit at the desk, I think. Check out the stats. There we go. I don't know if you've seen, you can see on our site in past lives that yesterday Sir Bear did his third Sunday, Cozy Sunday chat and crafts stream. He's working on a dice tower that he's 3D printed himself and is currently painting it and talking about writing and other things that goes through a writer's head, I think you could say. I enjoyed it. I'm going to cut it down and do make some little videos of it as well. Oh, okay. Where do we start? Where do we start? Where do we start? So, the first thing we need to do is to open the spreadsheet, the mighty spreadsheet. I wonder how the music balance is now. Bump it up just a little bit. I haven't got this fully figured out yet. I mean, it's only been 64 days, so clearly I haven't had enough time to figure out how to set the volume right. Okay. Here we go. So when it comes to checking numbers, I am in two minds when it comes to that. I used to check them obsessively. And when I say obsessively, I really do mean obsessively. And it wasn't good for me. It wasn't good for anyone. I could check many times in a day to see if we had had a single read, a single book sold, something. This was way back. So I had to make a decision not to let myself do that. So now I only check once a week. That's it. So now we want to know on our Substacks between the 26th of May and the 1st of June, how many visitors we had. We are going to celebrate 6 months on Substack the first week of July. So this is week Actually, this week now, on the 5th, is going to be 5 months. And so far, it has been a very, very exciting and a very positive experience for us. And we have been fairly consistent in our numbers for the past few weeks, which has been exciting to see. They were fluctuating a bit in the beginning, but now we have landed on a relatively steady number. So given that I was ill most of last week and didn't publish too much, didn't post any notes or anything, it would be interesting to see if that still holds or if we had a big dip because of it. Which is quite possible that we did, but we're about to find out. Another thing I can say about our Substacks while I'm here is that because we're coming up to 6 months, we started and said we were going to do 3 months as a trial and see if it was even worth it, because it felt like a bit of a hit and miss. But I think we knew already after a month, 6 weeks, something like that we were definitely going to continue. And then we said, okay, let's see what happens. Run 6 months and get some numbers and some better ideas around what works and what doesn't on Substack and what works for us and what we're comfortable with. Because that's kind of important too. 26, is that what I said? Yeah. So we currently have 6 different Substacks. 3 of them are the main stacks, and then we have 3 that are special interests. Well, they are my special interests. They don't really, I'm not going to say that they don't count, but we don't count them as stacks that need to be filled and maintained or anything. They are currently mainly functioning as a storage facility for me while we're working on rebooting our website. But one of the things that we decided about a month ago was that during the summer, when we normally have a lower content flow anyway, we are going to do a bit of an overhaul on the stacks. And I'm really excited about it. So this morning I woke up with thoughts about stuff I wanted to do with our stacks. If you come visit, you'll get to see some of them. Okay, so there's something wrong here. Why is... wrong month, that's why. I was trying to check statistics for the end of June instead of May. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know why I'm trying to talk at all, because I'm not very good at it, apparently. I used to be. But this is actually good for me. 19, 20, 25, 26 plus 134. Well, that was a dip compared to last week, but not a surprising 134. I'm gonna check the next site. So yeah, normally we post on average at least one post per day between the different stacks, but we did not do that last week. And I can see that there's a difference. We've been having just about 1,000 views per day. Not per day, per week, sorry. And we are not going to see that for the week that we just have behind us. Surprisingly, one of our stacks seemed to be roughly the same as usual, which is a little bit encouraging. Hang on. Well, dear cartographer Sten is out traveling, so he is messaging me all of a sudden in the middle of a stream. Can you believe it? The audacity, the cheek, the nerve. Okay, let's see if I can sum this up. 50, 12. Oh. So our main stack, which is the resilience stack, had a difference of 30 views. So that's that's basically no difference last week. So that was interesting. But our behind the scenes stack had 200 fewer visitors than the week before, which makes sense because we didn't post anything last week. Maybe one post, two. I can't remember. But I'm surprised that Resilience had a normal amount of visitors. All things considered. And we have another one that shouldn't really have had anything because it's a niche one. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, they actually did have some visitors. I did not think that would happen. Add one more to check. Should also have seen a considerable dip because it did not have the weekend releases we normally do. This is on our NSFW. Stack. Okay, I'm whispering a little bit because I don't know how forgiving this platform is for me to say it out loud. Okay. Yeah, it did see a dip. quite a considerable dip actually, but again, I thought so. So I'm not going to tell you anything revolutionary, but the thoughts we are having is that we're going to consolidate some of the stacks now that we know how this works and what we get readers for and what we don't. So basically the way it works is we have the Resilience, which is the main website. As a website, a domain, is still called aswewrite.com. But that's where it all started. And then going on Substack with everything that was normally on the website was about cleaning up our web presence and reorganize the site after a crash. And the second one we have is basically the mirror function of the Resilience. The only difference is that it is not safe for work. So it is the same ship, the same people, the same everything. But this is the section where you're allowed to do spicier things and talk about spicier things. This has been a distinction that has been important for us from the very beginning to stick to. That we don't mix what is safe for work and what isn't in the same space. Consent is important in all things, even that. But the second thing we have then is the Komodo site, which is our creative hub behind the scenes, so to speak. And I think what we are going to see more of after the summer break is that we'll probably do all desk work. So basically what you see me talking about writing, like the craft of it all, might be all of that on one side. And then we'll let Komodo be the more entertainment side. We'll talk about reading, we showcase our books, we have special activities and fun things like that. I think that's where this is going to go towards the autumn. And I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. And I think it's going to be a lift for our website as well to have that distinction that we didn't before. As We Write has been kind of an everything site. It started out as my personal writing space for non-fictional writing. And I just blogged about my process of trying to dig out all my old half-finished works, and I had so many because I've been writing all my life, but I've not published anything that was fictional. Did I say non-fictional? I probably did. I meant fictional. So there are stories here that I started when I was very young and in various stages of completion and at wildly different levels of quality. But I've saved them because they mean something to me, and some of them are being developed into stories now, short stories, serialized stories, and some even into longer narratives, because I feel like I finally have reached a space where I can take the time I need and give myself the space to work on them and develop them, which is really nice. But we also then wrote about the craft of it. We shared the actual stories. We shared drafts of work in progress, and it also became a bit of an author website where we had profiles for the authors and with link trees and everything, and which I love, absolutely love it. But I think, and bear in mind I'm saying think because we haven't decided yet, but I think we should start to move towards a space where, you know, if But if you think about a ship, like a cruise kind of ship, you will have receptions and back offices, etc. And then you will have the flashy spaces where people mingle and listen to music and read books and talk to other people, etc. I think we should try to achieve that. I think it's time for that. That we put the writing hubs in one space where people can focus on the craft. So that will become more of an author space, and maybe the resilience, the front part of it, can become more of a reader and listener space. Maybe. What do you think? Feel free to let me know. You might have some great ideas I haven't thought of. Fortunately, I can't pay for your clever ideas, but who knows? What happens in the future? Okay, so we did take a dip. I've done the numbers. We did take a dip. It wasn't as bad as I thought. So it wasn't even the worst week since we started. Wasn't the best either, but it definitely wasn't one of the worst. So I'll take that as a win. I really do. Also, because it's summer, we're going to have lower numbers anyway, I think, for the next couple of weeks when we have different things going on. But that's fine. Okay, so that's finished. Sorry about that. What's next? I need to scroll down on my list. I know what I'm doing. Okay. We are going to check numbers. See if we sold any books or anything. And as usual, I start by clicking on the wrong thing. Because that's how I roll, apparently. Oh, full disclosure, we sold 27 books last month. Which might sound like nothing, but to me it is special, very special. I don't normally share numbers, to be honest, because I find that it can lead to a lot of negativity, and it can also dishearten people. But I think it's also good for especially for new authors to know that it isn't self-publishing doesn't work the way where you just put a book out and all of a sudden everybody's buying it and you're swimming in money. It does happen, but it also happens that people, win millions in the lottery. But most of us don't know anyone who really did. So it's not a common occurrence, but even though it might happen. But here is something that I am particularly proud of. We published our first book together in November 2022, I think. And since then, we haven't had a single month when we didn't sell books. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I think so. Right, now for the worst aspect of this, which is to go and check social media. We have left pretty much all social media. And I've been really struggling to decide whether we should keep this up at all or not, whether we should quit all social media or whether we should keep some channels open. At the moment, we get the best results from Substack, Facebook, and YouTube. So it is possible that we need to focus on those three. Possible. It's another thing we have to decide over the summer. I talked about before how I have this intense dislike for the oligarchs of our world and what they are doing to us. So the idea of sharing my personal thoughts and ideas on any of these social media platforms does not appeal to me at all. But I also recognize that as a small business, which all authors essentially are small businesses, the moment you start selling a book, if you publish a book, you are essentially a small business. Whether you are a registered business or not, that's still what you are. And I think if that's what you want to do, if that's the path you have chosen, you also have to accept that you can't always do choices that sit well with you on an ethical level. Even selling your books on Amazon, to me, means that you've taken a step out of what can be considered ethical. But there is no way to live in this world being 100% ethical. So you just have to try to piece together what you can accept. And this is one of our choices, well, one of my choices, because I'm the one doing it, to try to have some level of promotional presence on some social media. And I decided over a year ago that my choice was going to be Meta. That was before Zuckerberg went completely bonkers, but here we are. So that's Instagram. Let's see what's going on the Book of Faces, where we have a page as well. Sometimes I wonder if anyone but me sees these, but we do have a steady flow. It's not a huge number, but we do have a steady flow of referrals to our Substacks from particularly Facebook. Just a couple from Instagram, but Facebook is in the double digits of visitors. So someone sees it. Might be my mom. Hi, Mom. It's interesting with comments, etc. Sometimes there are so many comments that I struggle to respond. Well, I always struggle to respond because I forget, but that's a different issue. But sometimes there are so many comments in the same week, and sometimes you have a week with virtually crickets. You wonder if you landed on a ghost platform or something. Why are you dark? Oh. Why have you not changed yet? Mm. Back in the day when I was really active on Twitter, I had, I don't know what to call it, a publishing protocol to make sure that I published regularly and with the mix of different things. Again, I don't remember anything unless I have it right in front of my nose. I'm actually wondering if maybe we need to have that for Substack, maybe. Maybe for Substack and Meta. Well, this was quick. There is basically nothing for me that I need to respond to, which is both good and not so good. It's good today because I'm really, really tired. Um, okay, I suppose what I could do then, because we have about 10 minutes left, is to make sure that the Monday Rat Catchers episode is ready. Because that's supposed to be released in less than an hour, actually. Let's go and look. So if you haven't read Ratcatchers yet, I warmly recommend you to go and visit our site on Substack Komodo, where we are posting the drafts of this serial. And it is delightful to read. If you like fantasy, if you like role-playing games, you should check this one out. Hmm. Look at that. We are coming up to the completion of the sprint, which was 45 minutes, and we got 50 seconds left now. I did do my Monday admin routine and got the numbers down in the spreadsheet. I am looking over the rat catchers release that's going to be dropped on our Komodo Substack. Yeah. At the moment, it does feel like a Substack because in half an hour, I think this episode is supposed to drop. I had read through it and made some light edits. We don't really edit the whips chapters because the whole point of them is that they are just first drafts. But sometimes I see something and I can't help myself. But now I'm looking through it and I realize that I was probably feeling really out of it when I did that because I'm finding things that I should have noted. So I'm fixing that now. Nearly there. Like it says very bit of space instead of every bit of space. I don't even remember what I was saying because my phone made a noise again. I don't know why it's giving me notification noises when I've turned the sound off. That's a bit weird, isn't it? Or have I missed something again? I probably have. Anyway, the admin round is done. The chapter that's supposed to drop at 5:15 UK time, so that's in just under half an hour now, is almost done. I'm gonna look through the last paragraphs to see, but it is scheduled, it's done, it's coming in less than half an hour. And then I have the monthly roll call left to write that I was hoping to post tonight, both on our both on our Substack, but more importantly on our Discord. We have a Discord channel server. We have a Discord server that people can join if they want. It is also up for a bit of a summer cleaning now. We're gonna have so much fun cleaning everything up. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else I wanted to say today, but to be quite honest, my fever meds are kicking in. So here's what I think is going to happen. I'm going to finish this chapter so I can turn the laptop off. And then I'm going to make sure that Sir Bear has his lunch and midday meds. And then I'm probably going to have a nap. Because I am so out of it that it's not even funny. But we could do an hour. We did an hour. So thank you for that. And now that we know that we can squeeze an hour out, we might be able to do it again tomorrow. How does that sound? Yeah, that's what I thought. It sounds pretty great. Let's do that. Thank you for today. Have a lovely one. And I shall see you again tomorrow. Puss och kram. Bye!